Autofocus. Okay, well this is where the rubber hits the road, or I should say the G10 hits the grass or the pavement or whatever. We're going to do some slam tests tomorrow, so I was assembling this with motors on it. And we're going to throw it, up to 30-40 feet and see if the arms break. And I did some tests, I gotta admit, I cheated a bit. And I did some tests tonight, and I threw it 30-40 feet long and 20-40 feet up in the air probably. And I had nothing, no breakage at all at the mounts or at the motor mounts. And had one arm move, which is not unusual for an impact. But it didn't break, so that's key. You could actually reset it. And I've actually got it set up for a 470 quad here. And the cross dimensions are pretty close to what the DJI is. But I'm going to, I have a neat tool that I'm developing that you'll be able to place on the ends of the props on the actual shafts, and you'll be able to line up your motors with a very simple one-step thing like that, and they'll be measured to the exact position with the template. So we're going to work on that this week. But here we go, let's weigh it up, because it's sort of I thought, at first it was really heavy, and it's not super light as a mini or something, but it's really not as heavy as I expected. And if I can get the scale to turn on, I should probably make sure the battery's in it. So let's find the battery. There it is. Sorry. Improvisational, no edits here. So let's turn on the scale. Bearcat, please. Let's go over there. Please sit down. Sit. Sit, dude. Sit. Move back and sit. Sit. I just fed you. Be nice. Sit. Bearcat, sit, please. Sit. 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 Sit down. No scratches. Sit down. Sit down, dude. Come on. Sit down. Be nice. Good boy. We'll play ball later. Okay, stay there. Okay, it's on. It's on grams. Let's put the scale on, or the quad on here. We've got 2208 motors on it. Generic ones that I can afford to destroy in the test tomorrow. We're not going to be running the propellers or anything like that. We're just going to get the mass of the quad up to what it would be in an impact and go from there. Bearcat, that's a good size comparison. The cat's not that huge, so anyways, what's it weigh? 600 grams, eh, Bearcat? 600 grams. Let's make sure this video gets over with, but put a 5,000 mAh 3-cell on it. We're up at 955. Put the telemetry DR8 receiver, 975. Put these crappy mystery ESCs with Simon K supposedly. We're up to 1120 now. We're going to put this 1.2 gigahertz stripped down FPV system, and we are at 1155. We want to get in there. Let's see, a GoPro. Well, let's put a Mobius on it, and we're at 1195 now. So we're missing props, we're missing some wires, but you're looking at a quad that weighs 1,100, well, probably 1,200, 1,300 grams with a 5,000 mAh 3-cell. And if you had long-running motors, you could fit 11 or 12-inch props on this format, at least, or put 20 centimeter arms on it. These are 16 centimeters. 20 centimeter arms on it. Your stress is going to be higher, so you'd have to fly more responsibly, but you're going to be running 13, 14 inch props with slow KV motors, say 650 or 380s or something, and you'll probably be able to get great flight times out of a 3-cell, if not a 4-cell, strapped on top there. So excuse my voice, it's sort of a bit stressed today. I've gotten a bit of medical attention, and it doesn't always make you feel better. So hopefully I'll be walking around better tomorrow and the next day, and I'll be able to get out and do some test flights of the FPV ground station, the actual laptop that cost me $100 that will record video in through the Easy Cap. And I wanted to try that out with the HB2 probably, just because I know it'll fly tomorrow. and wait for the two flight control boards, which are the fathers of the MAZ 32, and some other boards that are out there. So you can take your guess what kind it is, but any indication HB2 flies pretty reliably. So we're going to be looking at a 32 board that's sort of in line with HB2s, and we'll get the APM going later. Now, speaking of APM, I finally found a use for it. We're going to put it on there. And going to have to move this though. Turn on the scale. And with APM, without the power module, this whole quad will weigh 1,245 grams. That's almost 800 grams lighter than HB2. And add 200 for a GoPro, and it's still almost 600 grams lighter than HB2. And I'm not sure what other competitors, I wouldn't call them competitors because these are more creations. I'm going to be selling these more as a flyable sculpture, I think, than anything else. But there you go, 1,245 carbon fiber arms and G10 1.8mm plate. See ya.